What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and some brand new story quests for Chapter 5 Season 3 have officially released, and the reason why I wanted to make my own video relating to just new quests releasing in the game is because this is the first time in a while that these are actually voice-acted storyline quests. As you can see right now, we have one set available called Welcome to the Wasteland, then we get Raiding the Rig available in 2 weeks, but this is something that kind of came out of nowhere, and no one was really expecting them to bring like voice acting back and stuff. This time around, only Hope and Jonesy are voice acted, but it does also mean that Hope, the main character nowadays for Battle Royale, has started to get an actual voice, and most likely is going to continue being an important character at least throughout Chapter 5, maybe going into Chapter 6. So I thought we would go ahead and play this match a little bit, talk about what's going to be happening when more story quests release in 2 weeks, and everything else kind of going on in that land. I have upgraded the dialogue audio on this actual video, so once it actually plays, you guys will be able to hear it instead of just hearing me yapping non-stop with just audio being like, hello everybody, here. So let's go ahead, drop on down, and I think this is Jonesy right here. Yep, this is Jonesy. I don't know when the voice lines actually activate, but I think it's around this area. Let's see what's going on. We have Blinding Sand, Scorching Sun, a power-crazed tyrant, my favorites. Just kidding, you ready to do what we do best? I'll patch you into my comms with Hope. We've got some work to do. Okay, are we actually going to get some voice lines now, or do we have to go over there talk to Hope in order to get the next set? I think that's what we got to do, so let me go ahead and run over there. All right, here we are. We're over by Hope, so I think once we talk to her, we'll actually start getting some... Did I just break a floor by... Wait. What? Wait, okay, sorry. That... Huh? I don't know what just happened there. Okay, let's go back to the storyline quest.
Jones, you're late.
I want to read, but...
Dethroned the King of Olympus. I think I've earned some downtime.
I think I've earned some
First of all,
downtime.
we dethroned the King of Olympus. Second, no. I've been watching Megalodon. I don't like what I see.
Ooh, yeah, Megalodon involved in this. The best medallion this season.
Okay.
Alright, let's continue with this because I completely forgot what that first part of the dialogue actually said here. That's Megalodon, he's up to something. I can't rule out the box being involved, but let me take care of that for now. Alright, wait, so that's it. And then we have our next challenge, which is the damage opponents while boosting in vehicles. Sounds pretty easy enough. Something I should also mention here is, of course, along with this, we have new weekly quests available for you, such as defeating Megalodon, you know, all the different NPCs on the island and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some vehicle modifications and try finding some enemies, right? Even if we can't... Oh, wait. Oh, I just saw gunshots. I was going to say, even if we can't find enemies, things such as Megalodon, the boss, and all that type of stuff should also count here. Do I really want to drive down there? No, I'm gonna get my car stuck. Let's just take it a little bit easier. Let's go for Megalodon himself in order to actually get some easy damage off of him. That should make it nice, you know, just simplistic for us to actually do here. We won't have to worry about too much, and we can go ahead and complete this challenge to actually damage opponents while boosting in vehicles. There we go. We actually managed to do it, and we have voice lines going on in the middle of the fight. Oh God.
Pandora's box. So I kind of consider myself on the hook for fixing this ever-expanding mess. You know, Jones.
Welcome back. Just so you know, Hope here has a little bit of a habit of picking a fight with the biggest bully she can find. So, we should make sure that we are in fighting shape. She's got her sights set on Megalodon.
Okay, so basically what was going on there, I know it was all a little clustered and everything out of nowhere because it was right in the middle of this fight, but it does appear that in terms of the lore and in terms of everything else kind of happening right now, it is that we're going to continue going on and focusing on the Pandora's Box mystery, Valeria, what, you know, Hope's sister actually has done to it and everything else, and trying to solve the mystery of what's currently on the island, what chaotic mess is going on, and stuff like that. But of course it is something that's kind of interesting, you know, it's kind of, you know, really cool to see them build on, considering the fact it's something from last season kind of being reintroduced over and over, and from the previous season as well, allowing for this whole entire chapter to have a built onto itself lore happening, instead of something like we've seen before where, you know, it was kind of like, oh hey, here's a character, they're gone next season. Not worried, right? You know, nothing really going on with that. It feels like we actually have actual segmented chapters this time around, with actual things going on that give us more and more of a world-building aesthetic kind of just happening in general, and it is interesting to see, right? Now, I know this is a little bit of a butchered video because of the fact that, you know, just so much is happening in the sense where it's like, oh, you know, here's voice lines when you're in the middle of fighting a whole entire enemy, But, you know, at the same time, we're still kind of getting a generalized feel of this and everything else, so it is something to kind of keep in mind. Now, of course, the challenges are pretty simple this time around for the first set of story quests. It is just talking to Hope and Jones, then damaging opponents while boosting in vehicles, then destroying objects while infused with nitro, which is what we're currently on. After that, you have to install vehicle modifications, which I don't think you can actually do on the medallion vehicle, so we might have to actually swap vehicles once we get over to that quest. And then, assuming that they're enabled, they might be placeholder quests that, you know, are just, you know, in case another one bugs. We have one to search containers at wasteland landmarks and to actually collect surveillance devices at different wasteland locations. So, you know, a decent amount of just kind of fetch quest things for you to do in your normal match, with each of them giving you 10,000 XP and no extra little rewards here and there, right? So right now you're not going to get any extra sprays for doing any of these, but they are things you're available and able to actually do. So let me get closer to actually finishing up this destroying objects thing, and we can see if there's any more voice lines going on. Alrighty, here we are. We got some slurp barrels right here that we're going to be able to drive into, and we'll be able to hear if we get more voice lines. Anything? Nope, just install vehicle modifications, nothing the time around. Alright, and actually that gave me 15,000 XP instead of the 10,000 I thought I was going to give. So wait, are all of these 15,000? Hold on. Yeah, wait. Okay, I had my XP values wrong. The XP is actually higher than it's supposed to be. Now the question is, nope, vehicle modifications can't be done in medallion vehicles. Alright, let's go ahead and swap on over to this and just drive through some little boxes here and there in order to get this done faster. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of wait it out and let these two boxes respawn over and over, just so I can keep hitting them and having it count that way. I mean, you actually know what, we have the Nitro Dome right here. We should just go up there and grab it there, and then we should be done with that quest easy peasy. Alright, here we go. Complete. Oh, there we go.
Nice job on the car mod. I did smash it, but until that happened, pure magic. So, I spent some time poking around Meg's camp. I was right. The man's a full-blown wannabe tyrant.
Okay.
He wants to take the island, and he might just be strong enough.
What is it with every character?
Until his little shark ship is refueled, which explains the pipeline. Jones and I are gonna keep gathering intel. You keep fighting.
All right.
Make us look good.
Alright, so it appears that the whole entire lore kind of going on right now is, oh hey, you know, Megalodon came to the island because of whatever's going on with Pandora's box. That's a mystery that, you know, Hope herself is trying to solve right now, while we're focused on Megalodon, and everything kind of happening in that zone is literally just, hey, Megalodon wants to take over the island, make this their island. Maybe it's because of the box going off into that side area and just being like, bam, or whatever else, and we have to kind of just save the island, right? And, you know, if you really think about it, that's what Fortnite's basically been about this whole entire time. Every time we get some threat on the island, the whole entire goal is, hey, we got to protect this place. And now that I'm saying that out loud, I don't know if that is like the, you know what, I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm like trying to question it or anything, but at the same time, you know, it is an interesting way to go ahead and play off the lore, and I'm completely fine with it, because it means at the end of the day, we actually get some voice acting back in the game, we get new voice actors, we get Jonesy back with some lore for the first time in forever, and we get to have some fun. So let me quickly do this challenge and see if there's anything else to it. Alright, here we go, final chest. Oh!
Hey, Jones? I heard something out there I really don't like. Maybe it's time for us to round up the surveillance equipment.
Like, bad something or bad something?
Just chatter, I hope.
I hate how this final spot is actually taking us so far in the storm, because I think I might just die when I complete all these challenges, but at the same time, you know, hey, it's story quest, it's some nice voice line acting to get in the game and everything, and this is a video about the story quest, so might as well just continue on with it. But this is the final quest for step 1, or I guess, you know, act 1 of 6 for the storyline, because we have a total of 6 different stages that will be active over time, and we have to find the surveillance device wherever it might be. Please tell me that I'm just blind and it's somewhere nearby, right? It's probably all the way on the floor now that I think about it. You know what? Let's go straight downwards. Let's see. Is it down here? Because I'm like, right, yep, it is down there. I'm just dumb. Oh, they're reusing these, I think. It looks a little bit more blue than usual, but I remember those were previous storyline quests and stuff, so it just kind of feels reused to me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we don't need to get the one that's near us. We can just kind of go over to that location and rapid fire all of them. I think that's what we're probably going to have to do here. We're probably just going to have to rapid fire those over there, because it's just a little bit easier than trying to make it back behind us, then going forwards. So let's do this, see if we get anything else happening after we complete all of Act 1. Alright everyone, I got some bad news. I may have died to the storm when I was at 4 of 6 for the surveillance devices, But hey, I made it pretty far, and I think that's pretty good for me. So while we're actually going over this way, I thought I would talk about Stage 2. So currently, while we don't have Phase 2 of the Raiding the Rig quest available as of yet, and they're not going to be added until the future game update v30.10, we do know that it is going to have a total of 6 quests. It's going to have 3 quests that are kind of just on their own, and then Quest 4 is going to be a 2-parter. So you complete Part 1, then it unlocks Part 2, you complete Part 2, and then you can go to Quest 5, and it will have more voice acting. So basically, every single update from now on for the rest of this season, you should be getting new voice acting in the game. And we're going to have a total of, like 5 to 6 updates. So every single one will add a new storyline part that'll be releasing shortly after that update comes out. It'll be aligned with new weekly quests as well that you can do in order to get some easy XP. And it gives more lore to Megalodon, Pandora's Box, Valeria, Hope, Jonesy, and what is going on with the new storyline now that this storyline is basically entirely Charlie Wynn and no longer related to Donald Mustard or any of the old scraps and stuff, right? I mean, if you guys remember Fortnite OG, well, that was kind of like the refreshing point. That was the point for everything to kind of go to a fresh state where it's like, hey, Sloan, not really that important to the storyline anymore, could be brought back later down the line, but as of right now, Sloan just kind of not there anymore. Hope gets to be the new, I guess, Sloan for the story for at least right now, and we get to have everything kind of built upon on a fresh slate, right? That was the whole entire point of Fortnite OG. Go back to the starting point of the game and also make it the starting point of a new storyline, and that is kind of just what we've seen going on here. And now that we're in Chapter 5, the first season or two, we didn't have any voice acting or anything like that, but we're starting to see the kick up of everything happening in the magical land of Fortnite, and we're starting to see the kick up of all the little lore pieces going together so that we can actually, oh my god, why am I so bad at this? Hold on, you know what, let me just do that real quickly. But we're starting to see everything get put in motion and all the things starting to build up on each other, where we're learning about what everything does, how everything kind of fits into place, and it just makes everything pretty simplistic, right? But let's go ahead, finish off this actual challenge here by going to Sandy Steps, apparently rotate my car 1,000,000 miles a minute every single time we go into the actual map menu, and figure out what actual voice line acting we're going to get for this final stage of Part 1 for the 6-stage story act. I know there's a lot of just kind of words going out there, a lot of me kind of just rambling, yapping on about stuff or whatever else, but you clicked on the video, this channel somehow has over 200,000 subscribers, and you guys watch it, so I'm going to continue making it, right? So let's go down here and collect the final one. Anything? Really? Did I tell you in Part 1? You don't give me voice acting for the second quest. I understand that. That one's fine by me. But you give me voice acting for every other quest except for the final one. That's just... I get it if you're doing it later down the line. You have more of the quests unlocked and everything. It makes sense. But I would have liked some sort of send-off to give me something more to theorize about instead of that being what we got for the previous quest, right? That one just felt like, hey, collect these surveillance cameras. Just cause, it's kind of mentioned before, but mainly just cause, why not? I don't know, maybe I'm being too nitpicky about it. Maybe we just haven't had storyline quests in a while, so I shouldn't really care anyways, because it's like, hey, voice acting's back. But it just felt kind of anticlimactic, I would say, for them bringing it back out of nowhere and hyping it up like they have been. Maybe it'll be something that they actually improve later down the line. Maybe it'll make more sense when we start getting more story quests and all that type of stuff. Maybe I'll end up dying in a bot lobby match and this won't even matter in the first place because all the comments will just be roasting me. But at the same time, it just kind of caught me off guard, right? But I would love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about this quest line? What do you think about Hope having a voice on the Fortnite Island once again? What do you think about just kind of everything going on in general? And are you excited to see what they end up doing in order to build up the storyline going forwards as we learn more and more about the Pandora's Box, about Valeria, about Hope, and all of that type of stuff? Personally, for me, I'm pretty excited for it because it just means that, we get more things to theorize about. Maybe they can lead it up maybe they can lead it up to a live event or something. Now, especially since, we have Lego Fortnite and Fortnite Festival and Rocket Racing released, it just frees up that extra slot for them to go ahead and do whatever they want with it and have a lot more free time to kind of focus in on certain modes and certain aspects at certain times instead of working on, hey, we gotta get all 3 of these modes released at the exact same time. They have to be must-succeeds and everything else. But currently in the files, if you're curious, after raiding the rig, everything else is kind of placeholdery, right? It just is Stage 3, Stage 4, Stage 5, Stage 6. Like, they have all the way up to Stage 6 actually there in the... Oh god, please, no. I'm in the middle of explaining something, bot! Jesus! But you know, it's like they have all the stages explained in the files and everything, they have the placeholders there, but there aren't any actual quests available for us, and we don't even know how many quests are going to be available for each story act past stage 2, right? Because currently stage 2, of course, you know, as I mentioned, has the 6 quests, with quest 4 being a 2-parter, but at the same time, everything past that, like stage 3, stage 4, all that type of stuff, is actually going to just have an unknown amount, most likely 6 or 7, because that seems to be the generic number they're using this season, but right now it just has one placeholder quest, and that placeholder quest is like collect ammo or something like that, right? So we really kind of got to see what they end up doing as the story builds up, and we got to see if they give more voice acting to anyone or if it stays just Jonesy and Hope. But yeah, overall with this video, I'm just talking about, you know, hey, we got some brand new storyline quests enabled in the game. We actually ended up getting a voice acting with them. We have new weekly quests, a lot of stuff kind of going on there. So if you're someone who is a Fortnite lore nerd, maybe this video was important to you. But if you're someone else who just kind of plays the game to play it and you don't really care too much about it, you're probably like, FireMonkey, this is a waste of a video. I hate you. I am disliking, unsubscribing, and all that type of stuff. But with that said, I'll see you champs and champettes tomorrow with another YouTube video. Maybe we'll be talking about some questline stuff. Maybe we'll be talking about some actual leaks or something. Who really knows? You just kind of gotta wait and find out. This is a mystery box channel at this point. You never know what you're gonna get when you click on one of the videos. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.